Welcome, musici. Today we are here with Lazarus Alonsius
from Miami, but right now I'm in Kentucky.
exactly, from the other side of the world. And today we start reading some books, and we choose a counterpoint book, a book about counterpoint, Arte, pratica, latina et volgare, di far contrapunto a mente et a penna. That means ars, so arte pratica, art, Latin, and so in Latin and in vulgar language, so it means Italian, double language, to play, to do counterpoint alla mente, so improvise counterpoint, and a penna, so written counterpoint. This is divided into 10 books, and this is a really interesting book about counterpoint, improvisation, and all these things, because it's a practical book, as the title says, Arte pratica. So, let's start from the Liber Primus, okay? We have Liber Primus, introquendi vocem, cioè di fare contrappunto, that is to do counterpoint. So, Italian, let's read from this point. Chiamasi contrappunto perché i vecchi cantavano sopra a punti. That means this is called counterpoint because old men used to sing over points. This translates the meaning given in this book, really pragmatic. So, ancora le note non avevano i loro nomi. So, it says that the ancient used to sing up on these points when notes didn't have their names. Incredible. Non si chiama contrappunto perché si facci con i punti, perché si può fare con i punti e senza si vedrà poi. Quest'arte conserva il modo anche di parlare, bla bla bla. He now is making some introduction. Now, point number 2. Ok, il contrappunto ha materia e forma, so the counterpoint has matter and form. The matter are the 6 notes ut, re, mi, fa, sol, la. As we can see, the matter, so the substance of the counterpoint are ut, re, mi, fa, sol, la. These are called elements. Elementi. Queste si chiamano elementi. La forma, so the form is the semitone. That is like the soul, che è come l'anima, è spirito nella musica. This is really beautiful. So I read first of all in Italian entirely. Il contrappunto ha materia et forma. La materia sono le 6 note ut, re, mi, fa, sol, la. Queste si chiamano ancora elementi. La forma è il semitono, la quale è come anima e spirito nella musica. Di questo dirò poi. That is, the counterpoint has matter, has a substance and form. Matter, substance are the 6 notes ut, re, mi, fa, sol, la, and these are called also elements of counterpoint. And the form is the semitone, that is like the soul and the spirit of music. And about this he says I'm gonna talk later. So 3. Tertium preceptum. Il contrappunto ha consonanze perfette e imperfette. So in counterpoint we have perfect consonances and imperfect consonances. Dicono le perfette siano unisono. So the perfect consonances are unisons, quinta, so fifth, octava, octave, duodecima, so 12th, because they used to think a 12th not exactly like a 5th. There is a difference in the Renaissance between a 5th and a 12th. That is an octave plus a 5th. Then we can see decima quinta, so 15th, decima nona, 19th, vigesima quarta, 22nd, and going on this way. As you can read here, 1, 5, 8, all these numbers. Dicono le consonanze imperfette siano terza, decima is simile. So imperfect consonances are 3, 10th, and similar. That means when they say simile, usually they mean or plus an octave or inversion. In this case, of course, another imperfect consonance is the 6th, that is the inversion of the 3rd. Quartum preceptum. Dicono che abbiamo note dissonanti. This is really beautiful, because dicono che abbiamo note dissonanti is like they say, but we don't know who. They say we have dissonant notes, and they are the 2nd, the 6th. Interesting. Chiodino considers the 6th as a dissonance. The settima, so the 7th, nona, the 9th, and sibili plus an octave. And vogliono alcuni, so someone wants that the 4th, la quarta, 4th is a consonance. It depends, generally it depends if the 4th is with the bass, so the 4th is a dissonant. But if the 4th is between another voice, for example 5th plus 4th, in this case we consider the 4th as a dissonance, as a consonant, because the 4th with the bass is an octave. Tutte le note concordanti e discordanti si pongono nel contrappunto. So in counterpoint we can put concordanti, so consonant, and dissonance, discordanti note, according to different rules. So quintum preceptum. Ogni contrappunto al tuono, il quale è un intervallo, spazio et distanza di due note, ma una scende e l'altra descende. Esempio. So every counterpoint has a tone. That is an interval or space, because we can imagine the tone has a space on the score, or a distance. Exactly, a distance has between two notes. Exactly, distanza di due note, distance of two notes. And in one case the tone is ascending, in the other case the tone is descending, as we can see. So we have an example. So tell me, Lazarus, how can we read this in solmization?
Well, first we have to see what clef we're using, and this is a C clef.
Exactly.
Therefore, that line right there that the first note is on is going to be either an ut or a fa.
Exactly. But
that half step right there.
Because we are ascending, it's probably it is.
Usually, yeah, ascending it would be ut.
Exactly.
Starting with ut.
And for example, this is an E descending, so yes, this E can be me, but because it's ascending, it will be
la.
Exactly, because we can imagine the descent la, sol, fa, mi, re, for example. And this is ascending, so or la, sol, or re, ut, if we imagine this as the last part of our hard hexachord. But we have 3 different bars, so we can imagine all the two possibilities good as well. Okay, now we start seeing interval music. So ogni contrappunto ha il semitono, il quale è mezzo tono. Interesting. Every counterpoint has the semitone, that is half a tone. Questo è di 2 sorti, cioè maggiore e minore. The semitone is so there are 2 kinds of semitones: major semitone and minor semitone. This is something strange if we think about our modern music theory. We don't have the major semitone and the minor semitone, or better in this terminology, because it says the major, il maggiore sempre è in 2 corde. So it says the major is always on 2 corde, so on 2 letters, e in luoghi, so 2 different places and letters, like mi fa or fa mi or la fa or fa la, if we think mi fa or fa mi descending, or la fa and fa la in the case of the fa super la. Re mi fa sol la fa la La, Fa ascending, and Fa, La descending. Il minore, so the minor tone, is in the same place, on the same letter, in the same corda, Be, Fa, Be, Mi. So, on the same chord, on the same letter, Be, so Be, Fa, and then Mi. So, in other words, this is the essence of the chromaticism, as he says. And this distance is called Fa, Mi, okay? And mutazione, he says, fanno il semitono minore. Example. So let's see now some examples. We have our alto clef, okay? So how can we sing these three notes?
Mi, fa, fa.
Fa, mi, exactly. This is a longa, exactly.
Oh yeah, I don't know why I thought that was a clef. Fa, mi.
Exactly. They are semibrevis, and then we have a longa. Now we have another alto clef, okay, as we can see, but this time with a flat. So, how is this?
Re, fa, fa, re.
Yes, exactly, but because we have the fa in this position, okay, this is fa super
Will be
la.
la.
Exactly, so
Mhm.
la, fa, fa, la.
Fa, fa, la.
Exactly, perfect. And what's happening here? We have the same position, the same corda, because the letters, okay, in the old system, in the ancient system, the letters are a different system than syllable, and they are merged in another system where we have a double meaning, letters and syllables. So we have the same letter in this position because B, but different syllables because the first one is a mi and the second one is fa. Mi, fa, mi, fa. It would be strange for our modern musician in our modern century.
Would that be mi, fa, ut?
What? What do you mean?
That
with
note
ut?
right after.
Ah, okay, this one.
Yes.
Yes, or better, sol, because we can imagine this fa, la,
sol.
sol. Yes, like in the context of fa super la, because you know here we have only some intervals without the context.
Mm.
We must sing a melody thinking its context, the context, because you know the language implies you're in a wider context than single passages. I know that reading Renaissance music is not always so simple. You, an excellent 21st century musician, risk not understanding the logical structure of musical phrases of this ancient style. As competent as you are, the ancient masters had another way of thinking about music horizontally, which is totally different from our modern system. The ancient one is called Solmization, and even today it is possible to learn it, thanks to Fa mi et mi fa est tota musica. Not familiar with this method? Click on this link and find out how it works.